this will be the Ruben Amorim commemoration, celebration, proclamation, bruv. Yeah, bars. Yeah, we are going to give him his flowers today, bruv. Yeah, that's what we're going to do because this is the biggest mistake in Man United history. Forget Alex Ferguson's horse. Yeah, forget Ineos. Yeah, it's this, bruv. This is what's going to get you, man, relegated, fam. Yeah, this man had a style of play, an identity. Yeah, he had a role, bruv. He had a rank. He had a position, fam.
2-0 Arsenal.
Tooth?
2-1 Liverpool. Just
I
out
hope
of
you're right.
spite.
This
Yeah,
guy just is
Just-
wishful
bro,
thinking.
I'm
Just
with you.
out-
Listen,
Just out of wishful thinking. That listen, you
bro,
gotta do it.
we're putting it. We
I
need to
think
add the judge, the OBR, the everything, bro. We need that.
I think it's gonna be free. I think it's gonna be 3-1 Arsenal.
Listen,
Guys. This guy could have won 10 and only lost 1, and you still get that reaction because like you just know. You just know.
Oh, bar, bro.
you
The melanin, bro. That's what it is.
Like
I'm telling you.
you know when you just know that like they just didn't want him in the first place.
Yeah, they looked at me like, nah.
Like when they're booing, like we've seen crowds boo, yeah, but when they boo with their soul, and it's just and you just know that like this is a personal, isn't it?
Bro.
It is a risk that I am delighted with because I hope it fails because Chelsea need this. They need to fail. We need Chelsea back where they belong in the mud. That is why we are here, really. We only enjoy it when Chelsea are failing. That is the best time. We forget about United. We know we're crap.
Bro.
But if Chelsea are failing with us, it gives us that little glimmer of hope.
Spartans! What is your profession?
TJ, take it away, fam.
Yes, bro. Come on, man.
Yes, people, another edition of Nights of the Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy ST and Tooth in the building. How we doing, people?
All good. I've just heard some blasphemy from Tooth as per usual, but we're gonna go into that.
Listen, man. I'm not actually. I lie, TJ, bro. But I'm not all good, fam. I'm not all good, bro. I'm grieving. I'm mourning. I'm devastated. I'm in shock, fam. I can't lie. I heard the news today that my boy Ruben Amorim, bruv, got sacked for no reason, fam. No reason whatsoever. This is the best Man United we've seen ever, period, yeah? And I just want to take this time to say this will be the Ruben Amorim commemoration, celebration, proclamation, bruv, yeah? Bars, yeah? We are going to give him his flowers today, bruv. Yeah, that's what we're going to do because this is the biggest mistake in Man United history. Forget Alex Ferguson's horse. Yeah, forget Ineos. Yeah, it's this, bruv. This is what's going to get you, man, relegated, fam. Yeah, this man had a style of play, an identity. Yeah, he had a role, bruv. He had a rank. He had a position, fam. Yeah, before I get all Nazi up in here, bruv. Yeah, and you, man, just tossed him out like he's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro. The disrespect, bro. I'm not tolerating this, bro. Yeah? And now I'm hearing Darren Fletcher, bro. Top 5 Man United player of all time. Darren Fletcher is going to be at the wheel, yeah? It does soften the blow a little bit, bro, yeah? But what can I say, bro? I needed to get this off my chest. Thank you for the airtime, guys. I'm sure you lot feel the same way as well. And if you don't, I just want to say to the 4 watchers, yeah, that are going to be viewing this on YouTube later, just ignore anything these men say. They don't know what they're talking about, bro. Yeah? Any slander towards Ruben Amorim, yeah, is unwarranted, fam. It's baseless. All right? There's no evidence to back it, bro. All right? This man was going to win you the league in 2027. And I'll end on that. And now you have to start all over again. Disappointed, bro. Should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah. So yeah, random are here, people. Listen, Footie Chat is back. We won't be talking about Man United. If you want to see Man United therapy, head over to the video on the channel which we recorded beforehand, and us getting into the sacking of Amorim. What next for Manchester United?
But
And
jokes aside,
this.
I'm looking forward to that poddy though. Jokes aside, I'm looking forward to that poddy. Yeah, and that's
we
a
didn't even, to
that's
be
a
fair,
plug.
we didn't even crash out. To be honest, I think it
No,
was
we didn't
quite.
crash out. Yeah,
We
it
didn't
was
at
quite
all. It's
level-headed.
just a case of just another one bites the dust sort of thing. To be honest, but yeah,
Yeah,
people, if
man.
you want to see that, head over to the video and that we recorded previously. But listen, Footy Chat is back. We're going to be getting into, as ST and I said on the previous poddy, we like a lot of things happened in the new year. For football, only what is it, 5-6 days into the new year, and so much shit has already happened and going down. But listen, as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share. We are here, and don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. There's only one place to start, seeing as we're not talking about United, and that is to go over to the blue side of London and talk about what is going on at Chelsea Football Club. Mascara has officially left, bruv. He left. Apparently, it was mutual consent that he left. Allegedly, it was seen that Chelsea were going to get rid of him anyway, but he left the football club without a payout. That's what a manager that isn't about money does, unlike Ruben Amorim, who waited to get sacked so he could get his payout, even though he said that he wouldn't. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, Maresca is gone. Before we get into obviously who replaced him and all that, ST, I'll come to you first. Initial reaction, because I know everyone was surprised at how quickly Amorim went, but I think Maresca going just surprised people in general because I don't think it was really expected. Maybe a couple Chelsea fans that wanted him gone might have expected it, but I don't think this was seen. Would you like? How do you assess Maresca going? Was it right or was it wrong for Chelsea to do so? Even though it's mutual consent, but it was said that Chelsea were going to get rid of him anyway. Do you think it was the right move at the right time, or should they have waited?
A bit similar to what Man United was happening. Like he was criticizing the board so much. You can tell that the relationship had been fractured. Even when he talks about certain players, you can tell that he didn't want certain players. Like he didn't really want certain players, and he wasn't
Crap
happy with
Nacho
the
being one of
signing.
them.
Yeah, definitely him. He didn't want Gittins. Like he didn't want these men, and he's frustrated. And now and now what's happened? He's left, and he's like, F this. I can't do this anymore. You're not giving me the tools, especially after what the Chelsea fans like to go on, and even though they did very well, they won the Club World Cup, they won the Conference League, even with the players that he didn't want. Look, he had Sancho, he had all these other players, Madueke, and you've worsened the team, worsened the strike force. You've not addressed, which we all agree, the problem with Chelsea is their backline and their goalkeeper. Even though Robert Sanchez has been decent this year, but he still isn't the greatest. And Maresca's like, how do you expect me to like challenge for titles and all these things when you're not giving me the tools to succeed? So he's like, F this, you lot are not listening to me. You lot don't understand anything about football, and I'm gone. And I'm not really surprised it happened. Like I saw it coming, if I'm being honest.
This is the fair news. If you saw, me personally, it was a shock to me. I didn't expect it at all. Tooth,
yo,
obviously you're a guy that likes to be a rebel, as we know. But obviously, ST alluded to the fact that he went against the board. I think there was an interview of him basically saying that people weren't supporting him at the club and
Yeah.
People were against him and whatnot. What's your assessment of this mascara going? Do you think it was the right thing to do, or do you think Chelsea pulled the trigger too early? Considering, as ST said, he did everything that was asked of him last season. He won the Conference
Yeah.
League, he won the Club World Cup, and he
Yeah.
got them Champions League football.
Yeah. I can't disagree with anything ST said. ST broke it down to a T, to a decimal, like perfectly. When you look at it, when you unpack it like that, you could see, oh shit, you could see it from a mile off. You know what I mean? Whereas me and you were shocked. I was like, what the fuck are Chelsea doing? Like, huh? But just to build on what ST said and what you asked of me was, it's got to the stage where he believes he should have earned their trust with what he achieved. And now he feels like, shit, you're not giving me the keys to the club. Nah, I'm out. Man City want me. Man United want me. Good luck trying to turn this into something better than what I've done. He understood his value. And that kind of, like, jokes aside with the Man United stuff, that kind of does mirror what was happening at United. Obviously in a different...
Yeah.
It played out differently. But, Amorim in a similar situation, he's like, I need to make Pab succeed. And with what you're giving me, this is all I can do. That's what he was trying to say. That might not be what happened, and that might not be, that might not be how the Man United fans view it, but that's what his side of the story is. It's like, look, I'm trying to do something here. You're not backing me. You're not supporting me. Not getting the players. Similar to Enzo. But, this situation at Chelsea isn't really that shocking, knowing that they have a culture of doing it. They are very trigger happy all the way back since Abramovich pretty much took over. Because before that, it was, what was it? Vialli, Gullit, these man.
Ranieri,
Ranieri, and that's about it. And then after, you got pretty much everyone under the sun.
Yeah.
Some managers like Ancelotti and Conte didn't even get respect, bro. After 2 seasons out, gone. We don't.
And they won things.
Yeah. So it is a part of the Chelsea fabric, let's say. I don't see that changing anytime soon, especially now that they've got these American owners who like to run football clubs like a McDonald's, if you know what I mean. Like, that's no, but it's true. That's their only interest is to gain as much profit as they can. Squeeze the fucking life and soul out of the club. And you lot are familiar with this with the Glazers, but you lot just got lucky with it. Got very lucky with it that you were such a established club with a great manager that managed to win shit. But they squeezed the life and soul out of that club, and they don't really care about the football. It's more about the profit and having a yes man, which I'm sure you'll get into with who they got lined up. But man, it is a surprise, but it isn't a surprise.
No. Look, as I said, everything that he was asked of him, he did. Got players in, obviously, as ST alluded to, Crap Nacho, Gittins, João Pedro, Esteval,
Liam Delap.
Lavia. Lavia was the season before, innit? Or was it?
No, Lavia
as well. But he's a player, by the way, but he just gets injured. But that's
so he did. So they did give him players to be fair, but when you don't fix your centre back situation, and obviously you lost your best centre back in Colwill, and you don't fix your goalkeeping situation, as we can see, goalkeepers can save you 5, 6, 7 points when you look at the likes of Raya and Donnarumma, and then they can cost you 5, 6, 7 points when you look at the likes of Sanchez himself, even though he's been decent, and Onana. So we know how much how valuable goalkeepers are, and they did try to go for Manyan from AC Milan, but AC wouldn't part with him. So I think they're probably waiting because he's out of contract this summer to bring him in. Then,
Yeah.
but when you look at this Chelsea team and the fact that obviously they lost Cole Palmer for a huge chunk of the first part of the season as well, for them to say they are going to be challengers with this team was optimistic. It was very optimistic to say that. However, winning 1-7, obviously losing to the likes of Carrier Bag in the Champions League, and obviously losing to Sunderland at home, and obviously the draw with Bournemouth. There were results within there that they should have won that they didn't. Obviously, only scraping through in the Carabao Cup against Cardiff and all that. And I think was it Wolves that they played where they went 4-0 up and then Wolves was coming back or something. So there were performances within that showed that he could have lost his job, and then you take into account the fact that he fell out with the board and it was becoming untenable. And this is the result that we got. But he had a good win ratio, a 61% win ratio being at the club. So it wasn't that he was bad. He hasn't left him in a bad position. Their 3 points of top four is completely different to United's 3 points of top four. Because at least with Maresca, I know the results weren't going, but you could see what they were doing and they looked like a good team, and we saw that. Obviously, I know everyone talks about Arsenal fans take the piss out about how they won 1-1 against them and whatnot, but it was a good performance from them, especially it being with 10 men. So we could see performances in there, but it just wasn't consistent enough, and it's the consistency that that he couldn't get. But he's chosen.
Sorry, TJ, just to interject. You're just to allude to that comparison is like, when you watch Chelsea play, you could see they were trying to pull something off. You could see but it was more down to like individual cackness that cost them.
Defensively, because their defenders are rubbish, bro.
Defenders are awful.
Yeah, when you look at, again, sorry for bringing this up, but is United for this discussion? And just 11 headless chickens on the pitch. You know, no idea. You still can't tell what they're trying to do. A lot of the results, I remember being they coming up and thinking, fuck, we went 2-0 up. And then they came back, you know what I mean? You could tell even at 2-0 up, the game was not over. You know, so you're right. In that sense, he had a lot more credit in the bank.
100%. Compared to Amorim, he had way more credit in the bank, and obviously the two trophies that he won when he got to the finals, he won them. And the fact of the matter is, you could see the improvements within the players, and obviously they had performances. As I said, the 1-1 against Arsenal, they beat Barcelona, they beat Liverpool, so there were performances in there. It was just getting a level of consistency, and that's the thing that Amorim didn't get. But they decided to part ways with them, and now they've decided to bring in Matisse Armani has taken over at Chelsea Football Club, bro. Liam Rosenior is now Chelsea manager. He has signed. Tooth knows all about these 6-year contracts, bro. Because Alan Pardew was the original 6-year contract man.
8 years. 8 years. 8 years. That's how we do.
I hear it, bro.
Death row contracts,
bro. These death row contracts, bro. Chelsea up to it again, not just for the players, but the managers as well. Look.
That's what I don't understand. Why do that? Because you're going to sack him at the end of the season anyway.
I think the thinking behind it is that so basically they don't have to give a man a pay rise if he wins things.
Yeah.
Basically, in a nutshell.
It's
Like
cutting costs.
they don't have to give
Well,
him a
they're
pay
going to pay
rise.
that compensation when they sack him.
Yeah, but I think they probably
Yeah.
implemented break clauses in the contract, or if they don't do certain
Yeah,
things, then they only have to pay
because
this
he's part of
amount
the
and
blue
blah
collar
blah.
group.
True.
Yeah, yeah, especially being part of the blue coat group, bruv, that's some anyway. That's some next level elu sort of thing going on there, bruv. Keeping it within, as they say.
Let's
But
get into it then.
nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Nah,
We ain't doing
no,
that.
no, 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 no,
No, no,
not
no, no,
you,
no.
not you,
Uh,
bro. We're done.
but look, Rosenior's been appointed ST.
Mhm.
Contracted to 2032. He was at Strasbourg. They finished seventh last season. He got them Conference League. I think he's currently seventh this season. I think they were top. I think they're top of the Conference League as well. He's had previous at Hull. He nearly got them into the playoffs. I think he did interim for a bit at Derby as well when Rooney left. So he's got some managerial experience. It isn't a Darren Fletcher situation. But for how look, he said this is a dream job. Um, he's a young manager. He's a black manager, which obviously we need. Managing a big club. But how much of a risk is this for Chelsea? Because his inexperience could derail their season. His inexperience could make it even worse than what it is right now at Chelsea. And this could be a huge dent on his managerial career, even though it's a massive opportunity. How do you assess it? How do you see it?
Oh, it's a complete big risk, and I love it. Listen, I F Chelsea in it, so long may it continue, bro. I can't lie.
Mm.
Cooking with Rash is fuming, but obviously, you know what? Yeah, he's a black manager. We always want black managers to do well. It's just a shame that he's at Chelsea. But
Yeah, that's the only problem.
on a serious note, he's gonna struggle because he doesn't like when he was at Strasbourg. He had a lot of young players. There's not the egos are not really there. They'll
To
play
be
for
fair,
you till you get on.
Chelsea's got quite a young squad as well.
Yeah, but it's more egos
Mm.
because of what they think what they've done as well. What you think?
But
What
it
you think? Liam
depends. He might
Rosenior?
go in there and do an Arteta thing.
Oh yeah, he could
I
do.
know he could go in there and just like win their respect, earn their respect, get rid of the bad apples. But that all depends on the sort of board you have. See, the Arsenal board
Yeah, exactly.
trusted Arteta. Chelsea board don't
They don't
trust
go
their men.
trust it.
They want to
Yeah,
run the club in a certain way. It's a
exactly,
very peculiar selection.
exactly. And
It's a very peculiar choice.
I
that's why
think
you're saying he's a yes man. He's a yes man. That's basically what
he
he
has
is.
to be. He has to be
Yeah,
because you don't appoint someone so inexperienced, who
yeah,
nobody would have said, "Oh yeah, Liam Rosenior for Chelsea manager."
yeah.
And then obviously you see him with the blue coat group, and obviously Strasbourg seems to be the feeder club for Chelsea and whatnot. That's why I said they keep it all in house. It's the only reason why this has happened. So in one aspect, it is a risk because of obviously everything that's mentioned. But in the other sense, Chelsea can be like, well, we've got our yes man. He's not going to cause the board any problems because he knows how to fall in line. He's a young, inexperienced manager. So in terms of
Mm-hmm.
transfers and all the rest of it, he's not going to be banging down the door saying, I need this, I need that, blah, blah. So it's a balancing act. So it's a risk in one sense, but Chelsea know that on the other sense, I've got this guy in charge that knows how we operate. He's not going to cause me any problems. If I do sack him, let's be honest, it's not going to cost me that much.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a balancing act
Mm.
with the two. But I'm just thinking from ST from a footballing standpoint. I've heard that he's apparently a very good tactician. He likes to play possession-based football.
Yeah, Strasbourg played for Brussels.
He likes to do the high press at times. So and he works well with young players. But this is the Premier League. it's completely different kettle of fish. Everyone will say, "Oh yeah, but there's other leagues out there," which there are, but Premier League is unique in the sense that you don't get the time, and there's no, "Oh yeah,
Mm,
well we're playing Elche this weekend, so we'll be all right."
mm.
Every team you play is the same thing. You're not
Yeah,
guaranteed to win. So how do you think he's going to adapt to it?
I think he's gonna struggle if I'm being very honest. Like, obviously he's coming from League On, but like I said, the players that he has, they will need time to adapt to the way he plays. They'll need to adapt to who he is. They'll need to try and gain the respect of the dressing room, which I still think was hard, even though like people you got, for example, players like Reece James and stuff like that. They have egos in it. They've won things like Reece has won. He's won the Champions League, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was there in
Yeah,
under two show. Yeah.
yeah. So he has those sort of egos. Like they're gonna be looking at him like, who is this guy telling me what to do? It's gonna be very important the next couple of games to see what the football is about and how he responds and speaks to the players as well. Because if he's able to get that rapport, then he could have a good chance, but it's gonna be very difficult, man. Someone in Chelsea who needs to have some sort of level of experience and work that's been done. That's the only way. Or from what you said, he has to get rid of all the eggs that are all the leaders, if you understand what I mean,
Mm,
the ones that
mm.
have the egos, and get rid of them and get everyone playing to a drum. But I don't think he has that power because of who, as Truth said, of who he's been managed by, like who's runs the club because
Yeah,
they're
Chelsea
gonna
have a
stack it.
300 player squad
Yeah,
list, bro. They have three,
bro,
like,
like
they,
200
you
in
know,
Vitesse, one in
yeah,
like 100 in Strasbourg, and all these guys, man. That man are doing money laundering anyway,
yeah, proper, bro. And
but
yeah, bro, he's not gonna go in there and, for example, like again that Teta comparison, which was like, yeah, Aubameyang, Ozil, you're gone, out, bye. I
mm,
don't care, like how good you are, how much you cost, how influent, like you're not a part of my
yeah.
plans. Out you go.
Mm,
Like, I
mm.
can't see someone like this dude going into Chelsea and having that sort of
No,
influence, power,
no, he don't.
and say. But we'll
Football don't
see.
allow it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it seems like it was very planned, and it almost seems like they earmarked him from a while ago. This
Mm,
guy.
mm.
Um, so he might be the right man for them. You know what I mean? He might be exactly what they're looking for. Um,
I, 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 I can't see how this is gonna work. I really don't. And I think the first time he steps through that door, if you're Reece James, if you're Cole Palmer, you're
yeah.
like, who's this idiot, bro? Trying to chat to man, bro. What did you what did you win as a player, bro?
That's it. Yeah.
What did you win as a player, bro? Like let's be real. What do you know about being in a title race? What do you know about winning trophies? Like, what do you know about having your two hands in the air, lifting things up, bro? Like that's a way that they could look at this. And obviously he's young as well. I can't remember how old he is officially, but like he's a young guy. And I just don't get me wrong. We'll get the managers are getting younger, and adapting well. But I just think at a place like Chelsea, where the players know that player power really does exist at Chelsea Football Club,
Mhm.
I just think that if this starts badly, he could be gone in June. He could be seriously gone because, as I
At
said,
least.
Chelsea need Champions League football. So
Hmm.
him finishing outside of the top four, maybe top five, um, or not winning the Champions League and not qualifying for the Champions League next season, I think that's a problem. If they win nothing, it's a problem because obviously they've got the League Cup, the two legs, obviously the FA Cup as well, the Champions League. So if they win nothing, that's another problem. And if the season goes tits up and all of a sudden we're here in March, April, and they're in eighth, ninth place, like it could be a problem. And this is the thing. is that I genuinely believe this was just a case of we just need somebody that's not going to cause us any problems instead of thinking of, all right, we're in this position where we still are in the race for top four. We're still in 3 cup competitions that we could potentially win. We could have gone out and got somebody better, but instead we've got somebody that's inexperienced and, let's be honest, hasn't pulled up trees. I mean, I don't know what Strasbourg were doing before they finished 7th last season, but like
They were down in the
we're
dump.
not looking at it as if, oh yeah,
Yeah.
man's in the Champions League places with this team. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's competing with the PSGs and the Marseilles of this world. So it is a big risk, but it is a risk that I am delighted with because I hope it
Me too.
fails, because Chelsea need this. They
Yep.
need to fail. We need
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea back where they belong, in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Mm-hmm.
why we are here, really.
Mm-hmm.
We only enjoy it when Chelsea are failing. That is the best time. And we forget about United. Forget about United. We know we're crap.
Bro,
But if Chelsea are failing with us, it gives us that little glimmer of hope. Like the 2 seasons ago, when we picked them into the Europa League, because they finished, I think they finished 6th or something, and then we won the FA Cup, and we picked them to Europa League. We need to get back to them days of Mourinho when they were in the bottom half of the table. When they finished, what was it? Did they finish 12th in the
12th.
season or
12th,
something?
yeah.
We need them back there. That's where we need Chelsea back to. That's where they need to go back to. We need those glory days back. That is
And
what
you
we
know what? When Rosenior gets sacked, we need Ruben Amorim as manager of
Oh, that's what we
Chelsea.
need. No, so we need Amorim as manager when Rosenior gets sacked, with Oli as his number 2 and Ten Hag as his first team coach. That's what we
No,
need.
technical director. Because Ten Hag is Ten Hag is the technical. He's technical director of 20 now. He's just FC20. He's
Yeah,
literally just been.
that's what we need for the
Yeah.
foreseeable 2026, 2027. That's what we want to see at Chelsea Football Club. But
With
look,
Gareth Southgate as the scout. Manager.
oh, that would be beautiful. That would be
oh
beautiful.
my
Like these are
days.
we're gonna will these things into existence, people. Honestly, we
Yeah.
have to. We have to, because
You have
there's
to bang the judge,
nothing
innit?
better than watching Chelsea Football Club fail. There's no better feeling. Not Arsenal, not City, not United, not
Actually,
Liverpool,
I don't
not
know about
Madrid,
Arsenal still. I
not
can't lie.
Barcelona,
Arsenal,
not
Arsenal need to
Bayern
fail
Munich.
still. I
It
can't
is
lie.
when Chelsea are failing. That is the best feeling in the world. But look,
Oh, God.
the only reason why he gets like a 1% is because he's a black man, and we need to
Yeah.
keep because obviously it looks like Nuno's getting so it looks like Nuno's
Yeah,
getting
we need
sacked.
to, we need,
So we
yeah,
need
we need
another
to
black
meet the
man to
quota.
stay in the Premier League, bro. We
Yeah,
need to fill the
we need to meet
quota
the
in
quota.
it. So,
Yeah.
but listen, we'll see what happens with Chelsea, bro. What they got next? I think up next they got the West London derby against Fulham. So we'll see what happens. I think that white man still the first team coach is in charge of that one, and then
Callum
Rosenior comes in
McFarlane, yeah.
for the FA Cup. So, and obviously my man got a draw against City. So we'll see what takes place at Chelsea. But to move on from that, obviously another manager got sacked. I know we'll just briefly, bro. The Celtic manager got sacked by Celtic, bro. I think he only won 2 games out of
Another
10.
brother as well, bro.
Oh, another brother as
It's
well.
not good.
But you know
It's not
what, yeah?
good.
You know when you're just watching something, yeah, and you're just like, bro, this guy could have won 10 and only lost 1. And you know you still get that reaction because, like, you just know. You just know.
Proper, bro.
you
Bro,
just
the melanin, bro. That's what it is.
like
I'm
you
telling
just
you.
when you just know that like they just didn't want him in the first place.
Yeah, they looked
And
at me like, nah.
like when they're booing like we've seen crowds boo, yeah, but when they boo with their soul, and it's just and you just know that this is a
Hey,
personal,
let's
isn't it?
unpack this, bro. This is trauma for everyone in this conversation, right? Let's just unpack this,
Brother.
bro. I'm telling you,
Bro, like they did, because obviously they had Martin O'Neill in charge, who is a Celtic legend. Obviously, he did fantastically well at Celtic, and then they managed to turn it around after Brendan Rodgers. Obviously, it wasn't working out, and then obviously this guy's coming in who they didn't want. And he's coming and he's just doing nothing but losing. And then obviously the final nail in the coffin was losing 3-1 to your arch nemesis at home.
Bro, that
And
man got cooked by St. Mirren, bro.
yeah, bro,
St. Mirren.
they were just losing, bro.
As soon
And then
as
you
I
see
said
this
that, I was
guy
like,
come,
this guy's cooked.
you see this guy coming week in, week out, and he's like, yeah, just give me time. Obviously, Uncle TT had to come out and give it, like, try and defend him as well, bro. And you know when, like, you can't, like, you just know when, like, the fans are just like, you know what conversations are being taken place outside of the stadium at home, innit? You're just like, you know, they're just saying, like, look at this guy, bruv. Like, we didn't want him. Like, you know them, send him home. Send him home things are coming out, bruv. Like, we didn't ask for this. Send them, and they're not saying send him home as in send him back to France. Like, they're saying send him home as in send him home, innit? Like, it's what,
Yeah, proper.
it's what you get me?
You know,
Like,
it's
I'm
the
just
truth.
like,
It's the truth. He's asked
Bro,
them man out the truth.
you
That's
know
what they
what,
are.
bro? You know the conversations these men are having at home, TJ, yeah? You remember Ron Atkinson, bruv, on
yeah,
Marcel
oh,
Desailly? I'm telling you,
Bro.
bruv.
yeah, one
I'm
hundred
telling
percent,
you.
100%. For our young,
100%.
for our youngers, yeah, you have to type that in. We can't discuss that. We can't say what was said,
Yeah, we
but
can't say
just
what was
type it
said.
in on YouTube. You'll find out what was
Yeah.
said. But you know, it's them type of it's them type of conversations. It's them send them on the boats home conversations that these people are having at home, bro. Like, how did he
Them
get
man
here?
are
People are like, how did he get here, bro? I get into management. He's stealing. They're
you know,
stealing our jobs. That's what
them
they're
man
saying,
said
bro.
Bush. Them man said Bush.
That's what they're.
Them man said Bush.
Oh man.
Oh my days, oh fucking hell,
But
bro.
listen, in all seriousness though, like
Yeah.
it just didn't work for him at Celtic. It was
No.
the results
Yeah.
were poor, the football that they were playing. Obviously, Celtic, bruv, they obviously they walked the league. Obviously, I know Rangers are their arch nemesis, but bro, both of them are going away, like losing it to Hearts at this moment in time, and
Bro,
that
that's
just
mad,
can't
isn't it?
happen at the two biggest clubs in Scotland. So both of them changed their managers, and now they've brought Martin O'Neill back, and we'll see what happens. If he doesn't turn it around, though, I'm just going to be like, well, it obviously wasn't my man, and it wasn't obviously that
Bro,
reason as to
bro,
why.
we need some justice, bro.
I'm
We
telling you,
need some
bro.
Yeah.
justice, bro. We need some
Man
healing.
said
Is
you're not
there
Bush anymore,
any
bro. That's what we're saying.
justice in the world? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Mad thing.
Man got sacked so quickly, but they said this
Bro,
guy is
listen,
not one of us.
they said, listen, that Rwanda plane is waiting for you, bro. That's what they said, bro. That's what they said, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh
No,
my
hey,
god,
Oh,
bro.
hey,
man. But yeah, nah,
this has been
crazy.
demonetized. I can't
It's
even lie.
crazy.
This
Nah,
is
bro,
mad.
nothing I said wasn't true, bro. I'm telling you, nothing I said wasn't true. But
Oh
look,
god.
moving on from that, obviously, for you two anyway, this is a pivotal game in the midweek fixtures. It's the
Yeah.
biggest game in the midweek fixtures. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Arsenal now 6 points clear in the Premier League after City dropped points against Chelsea and who's the other one? Who's before? Leeds? No, no. Leeds was Liverpool.
Oh,
Who
you're right.
did they play before?
They drew that game as
Sunderland,
well.
Oh,
Sunderland,
someone.
Sunderland,
Sunderland,
That's it.
Sunderland.
Sunderland,
Yeah.
Sunderland.
No,
So
no.
no, yeah. So 6 points clear at this moment in time. Arsenal obviously on a mad run since they lost to Villa. Obviously, the dagger in the heart for them. I think they won all their games. Yeah, they've won all their games since that.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
just on a mad run right now. In comparison, Liverpool haven't done too badly. I think since obviously they lost to PSV in the Champions League, they haven't lost a game since. I know there's been draws in there. I think it's like 5 wins and 6 draws, or something, or the other way around.
Yeah.
So they haven't been on a bad run, but it hasn't been obviously those a run of winning. But both teams haven't lost in a long time. And it's a fixture that Liverpool tend to do well in, even though I think the last 2 times they played they drew last season, and I think the 2 times before that they played at Emirates, they've lost. So it's a massive game because Liverpool obviously now battling for top four because they're 14 points behind Arsenal, and Arsenal obviously trying to maintain this run. For the both of you, because not I'm the only one that had Arsenal winning the league at the beginning of the season.
You did.
But for the both of you, obviously, I know the both of you had Liverpool winning it, which isn't going to happen now. But
No.
have you both conceded the fact that it is looking like Arsenal are actually going to
It's
win the
done.
league this season?
Yeah, Arsenal win it. Arsenal win it. Like Man City, as you previously said, they're still very Man City are not the Man City that they used to be. Defensively, they're still weak, and I think you said this off air TJ.
Mm,
They're paceless.
yeah.
Like one thing Arsenal have is a mixture of everything. They have a good goalkeeper, good defenders. They got pace, they got skill. It's long. Like in terms of the league, and they're the most consistent in a terrible league. And I'll be honest, like if Arsenal's to lose, man, it's a shame
Yeah.
to say it, but it is. Like
It's done. It's over with. They've won it.
yeah, I'll
This
be
this
honest.
is
Yeah,
the
they won it. It's
bro. This is
yeah,
the best
England.
ever Premier
Yeah,
League win in the history of football. Like this for them, it's over, man. Listen, the rest of us just need to concede. Write the league off right now. Just end the league right
yeah,
now.
it's
Give
done,
them the
bro. Yeah,
title.
bro.
Call them champions elect 25, 26. Get it over with. End the season. No one's trying to hear this shit anymore, bro. Football's done. Football's cooked. It's over
Oh,
with.
bro, they're gonna make
And
so
it's not
much
because they
noise.
play criminal football. That's part of the reason. The majority of the reason is they've got disgusting fans, bro. Like every
Bro, their
single
fans are
one of them
way too many.
in our friend group is just cack, bro.
I just, wa-
Do you know what I mean?
bro, I just want to fight them, bro. They need
Telling
humbled,
you,
bro.
telling you.
But they've been humbled for what, the past 22, 23 years.
They need to
So
be back in
Nah,
their hole. They
like,
need
yeah,
more.
bro.
look,
TJ, you know what you were talking about earlier with Chelsea being in the mud, yeah?
Chelsea, that's what they need.
They need that as well. They do.
They need Thierry.
but
They need
but
Thierry
they
Henry
have
as manager.
they've been in it. They've been in it. So
They need to be
It's not
there.
I
long
said,
enough though. It's not
like
been long
Yeah,
enough.
20
bro.
plus years of being in the mud, you kind of have to allow them to have it. Look, at the end,
Yeah.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, and
No,
I haven't got anything. Look, I don't have anything against Arsenal. Yes, I'm with you, lot. I can't stand their fans. I cannot stand their fans. But for me, knowing that my club is crap, I can't have City winning it because obviously that's our direct rivals, even though they got no fans, so I can tolerate it a little bit better. Couldn't have Liverpool winning it because that would put that would put them above us in terms of league titles won, right? And obviously Chelsea, no chance in hell, bruv. I'll burn the Premier League before they could win it. So I kind of have to accept that Arsenal is probably the lesser of all the evils that I could have had, because my club couldn't do it. But the fact of the matter is, technically, obviously, even though I think, look, you're not going to get an Arsenal fan to say that it's over. The league table says that it's not over. But I think when we look at Arsenal, and this is the key thing for me, the amount of injuries that they've had, and they've still just churned out results. They haven't fallen off. The performances, yeah, you could say in recent performances, it hasn't been to the standard, but they found ways to win. And that is the difference. With their players coming back, they look like, whereas in previous seasons, when it comes to February, March, that's when they get all their injuries and they fall off. It looks like they're going to get all their players back in that time so they can go on the run that they need to go and get this over the line. And then when you look at who they've got to play, let's be realistic. I think this game, the league needs Liverpool to get a point in this game. If they can get three, great, but they need them to get at least one. Because when you look at where they've got to go, it's just the Etihad. It's just the Etihad. They haven't got to go anywhere else. It's just the Etihad. Yeah, they got to go with Spurs, but it doesn't mean anything. The Spurs are rubbish. They always win there. They've got to play United. They'll beat United. So it's literally down to Liverpool and City to try and derail, and City have to keep on winning, which we know in Pep teams of yesteryear could happen. But with this team, I don't think they can. I don't think they're ready yet. And I said this a couple of times that I don't think they're ready yet to challenge this Arsenal team. The only team that could have done are the team that play on Thursday, who are 14 points behind them because they've had a poor season. So I think they get this done. I think it would take something catastrophic. Is it? And when I say that, I mean the likes of Saka, Odegaard, Gabriel, Saliba, Raya, all getting injured at the same time for long term for Arsenal to throw this title away. But in terms of the game, ST, that we're gonna have, what can Liverpool do to try and hold this Arsenal team, because they can't keep clean sheets to save their life, and it looks like they haven't got a centre forward at this moment in time. So what can they do to try and get something out of this game?
Allison needs to be on form, but you know what? Yeah, the midfield has to be the midfield. Like he has to put McAllister in. I just thought, I sound really hopeless. Like I just don't think Arsenal just have too much for Liverpool. If I'm being honest. Vince needs to play well. He's picked up a little bit, but apart from that, I really don't see how Liverpool can win or even get a point really from this.
Neither do I. It's getting to that point where you just think it's inevitable. But look, I think what Liverpool have to take is what Bournemouth did in terms of getting the 2 goals, what Wolves were able to do at the Emirates, what Brighton were able to do at the Emirates. Now, I know they lost, but it's looking at those vulnerabilities and trying to capitalize on them. But I completely agree with you. I can't see how Liverpool can get a result from this game. I just think Arsenal have way too much, way too many options, and Liverpool just aren't that team to be able to do anything. And obviously, you got Salah at AFCON as well. So yeah, I just can't see how they do it. And I think if Arsenal were to win this, I just think it just gives them that air of invincibility that they need to know that realistically, even if they lose at the Etihad, they're still 3 points clear of City. So, yeah, it's looking like doom
Come
and
on,
gloom.
Aston Villa. Come on, Aston Villa.
It's looking
Come on,
like doom
Unai.
and gloom for you two guys when it comes to Arsenal, because I just think that don't look like they're gonna lose. But let's get some predictions for this game. ST, what you telling me?
2-0 Arsenal.
Tooth?
2-1 Liverpool. Just
I
out
hope
of
you're right.
spite.
This
Yes,
guy just wishful thinking.
I'm
Just
with you.
out,
Listen,
just out of wishful thinking. Now, listen, you gotta
bro,
do
we're
it.
putting it. We
I
need
think
to add the judge, the Obia, the everything, bro. We need that.
I think it's
Eh,
gonna be free. I think it's gonna be 3-1 Arsenal
Listen,
personally.
your referee connections, your referee, like the referees, in your phone book, bruv. You need to be hollering at them,
Bro,
bruv. Tell them
the
to
truth,
holler at me, bruv.
the truth has infiltrated all of them, bruv. So, bruv, I don't even have those connections anymore. They're the truth's connection, bro. He offered more money, so yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting game. Before we
That guy
wrap
can
up,
never
bro,
be happy.
let's talk about the relegation battle. Let's talk about a relegation battle, because obviously, as we alluded to, Nottingham Forest beating West Ham, that was massive. So when we look at it now, Wolves on 6 points. Wolves obviously coming off their first win of the season against West Ham. Burnley on 12 points. West Ham on 14 points, letting Forest win now the gap between West Ham and Forest is now 7 points.
Ooh.
I think when we all initially did this, I think we all initially had Burnley going down. We all had Burnley going down. I think we
I
had
had
Wolves.
Wolves. I had Wolves go.
I think
Yeah,
I had Wolves going down as well.
because
I think
of
it was.
all the players that left.
I think it was the third teams that we all had different.
Yeah,
I think I said Brentford. I
I
think
said.
I,
I think I
I
said
think
Leeds or one
you
of
could
them.
have said Lee. I think you and two said Leeds or something. Maybe
Yeah,
someone said Forest as well. But
yeah.
um, it's crazy to think that West Ham. I know West Ham have been down before, but with the players that they've got, it's crazy to think that they could be going down again. And obviously, two of you know what it feels like to be established Premier League side and go down,
Mm.
bro. But this could be catastrophic for West Ham, bro. And it's a case of how the hell do you get out of this? Because, bro, they've won three, drawn five, 13 games lost. And they look like it's not gonna stop. Like, as a team that's
I mean,
established in the Premier League, is
yeah.
it just free fall? Is there nothing you can do about it, or what? Like, obviously, you being a Newcastle fan, like, how was you feeling? Like, when does a sense of reality hit that this could actually happen? We could actually go
Oh
down.
no, I'm sure these West Ham fans have already come to terms with it already.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Because as a team, as a fan of a team that is having a poor season, and when you're getting to this stage of the season, you're like, yeah, it's a wrap, it's done. You're just coming to terms with it. But if anyone is the right person to get West Ham out of it, is probably Nuno. With considering all the managers in and around that area of the table, he's the best of a bad bunch. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not writing them off completely because 2 wins for Newcastle, for example, like got us within 3 points of like top five.
Mm.
So that's all it takes in this league this season. Two wins on the trot, the whole table changes, especially if you're down there at the bottom. Um, so I'm not writing West Ham off just yet. They've got a big stadium, loads of fans. They'll turn up. They'll try and put in a fight. Again, they've got a manager that you could trust in a position like this. So yeah, it is probably done for them, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit more time. If that gap widens to like 12 points, then yeah, I'll concede. But for now, I think there's a little bit of light at the end of that tunnel for them.
I, I, I don't think. I think these
I
last
think they're
two.
done.
I think these last two results have been really bad. The losing to Wolves and then losing to Wolves and then losing to Forest. I think because those are the two that were in and around you, um, and you gave Wolves their first win of the season, and then Forest, you allowed them to open it. Instead of you
Yeah,
cutting the gap to 1 point, you've now allowed it to go to 7 points. I just can't see how this rot stops. It just looks like they're out of ideas. They don't know what to do, and Nuno doesn't know what to do. And ST, this January transfer window is going to be absolutely massive for them because they
yes, they
need
need
they
to.
they need
They need
recruitment.
players.
But if Tooth is right and West Ham fans have accepted it, and the writing's on the wall, almost, the owners will probably be thinking the writing's on the wall. So they
Yeah,
might say, all right, cool. If we're going to go down, we're going to need to protect some of our money. So they may not give him any money to spend in January, which leaves him with the same bunch of players that have got them into this position. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's
yeah, they're a
crazy.
mess. They're a mess. And you know what? West Ham, and I understand this. To correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you need certain players that have been in that position to fight for you in that sense. I don't think West Ham have those sort of players. Nottingham Forest
Yeah.
have players and they have a manager
Yeah, Daichi.
that has been in that. Like he knows what to do
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Burnley,
Yeah.
there's just not enough quality. So
Yeah,
that's I'm not
Burnley's not enough
surprised
quality.
about
I
them.
don't think they've played bad football. I just don't
Badly,
think
yeah, just
they've
not
just
quality.
not got the quality. And Wolves losing all those players is what's killed
Yeah,
Wolves.
yeah,
And to be fair, Rob Edwards has come and they haven't looked too bad, but the damage has already been done for Wolves, so you can
yeah,
say that. But West Ham were the ones that you would say had the opportunity to drag Nottingham Forest back
yeah.
into this, and I was hoping so because obviously I want that
Look at that.
Greek, yeah, that guy. I want him. I want them relegated, bro, for a variety of
Criminal.
reasons. Um, but bro, it just looks as though we're gonna lose another established Premier League team to the relegation, and it's crazy to think that because you think about as well the stadium that they've got, and it's like raw, like that's going to be
Yeah,
hosting champion. That could potentially be hosting championship games. Like
yeah.
that just sounds
It sounds
absolutely
mad, isn't it?
crazy to me.
Yeah,
But as Tu said, it's 7 points, 2 wins. Get some. I don't know where they're going to get them from, but it can get them up the table. And we've seen crazier things. For example, Wigan with under Martinez. How many times did we think that they were dead and buried, and they came back? We saw it with we've seen it with Hull
Fulham.
City as well. We've seen it with a variety of teams that have looked absolutely dead and buried and come back, but West Ham need to sort it out quickly because if they don't,
Yeah.
boy, and the players they lose as well because there's no way the likes of Paquetá and Jared Bowen are staying and they're not going to get anywhere near the money that
Mm.
they would if they were in the Premier League when they go down to the Championship. And them man there aren't trying to stay. Jared Bowen ain't trying to stay. Do you know what I mean? So it's massive
Bro,
for them. But would we say are we unanimously saying that the three in the relegation zone and the three going down?
Me, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say for now, if you're asking me to bet on it, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. I just don't see any way back for any of them. But listen, stranger things have happened in the Premier League, so we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. Finally, we have shout out to my Ivorian brothers, bruv, winning, battering Burkina Faso and getting through to the
Yeah,
quarterfinals.
that's they're both the brothers, So it was friend on friend violence in it, but
Yeah. But
it is
the
what it is.
quarterfinals are now set, bro. Our only upset was obviously Tunisia going out to Mali, bro. I don't think anyone expected
No,
that, but
I'm not surprised about that. The penalties, I
they
told
were
my
down to
friend it was
10
a
men
draw.
for a while, though,
Yeah,
bro.
I said it would be a draw, and I said Mali would win on penalties to my friend. He's like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, Tunisia are not that great. Tunisia don't score goals,
It's true. But so what we
but
got? We
all the
got
other teams are
yeah. So we got Mali, Senegal. We've got Morocco, Cameroon. We've got Algeria, Nigeria, and then we got
Ivory Coast,
Ivory
Egypt.
Coast and Egypt.
You lot better win,
So
bro."
we're not losing. We're not losing. I'm telling you now, we're not losing. There's no chance that we are losing that game. No chance. And that will be, uh, uh, honestly, I think after, when was it semi-finals, there's only going to be one left. There's only going to be one left because Nigeria are beating Algeria.
I
Nigeria
think
beating
so.
Algeria. So we're beating Egypt. I mean, listen, Samuel Mugabe, if he can get that dictator judge and get rid of Morocco, it's a clean sweep. We're all happy days. We're all happy days. I'm telling you, we're all happy days. If you can do it, I don't think he will, but we're all happy days. But the AFCON's starting to get interesting now. So people, if you haven't been watching it before, obviously I would say all the Bush games are now out of the way with. I mean, we're going to get down to the proper football now. Um, so it's heating up, it's getting interesting. But listen, people, we are gonna wrap it up there. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Mascara getting sacked, well, mutually leaving Chelsea. Do you think it was a right move? Do you think it was a wrong move? Let us know what you think about Liam Rosenior. Is he the right man for the job, or is he the wrong man for the job, or is he the right man because he's the wrong man, so we can all laugh at Chelsea? Let us know what you think about obviously the big game of the midweek, Arsenal versus Liverpool. Is it a done deal? Have Arsenal won the league? Can Liverpool cause an upset for the league so that we can keep this thing going, put a little bit of pressure on Arsenal, make ST and Tooth a little bit happier? Let us know what you think about the relegation battle. Do you think West Ham are done and dusted? Do you think that they could pull Nottingham Forest back, especially after losing? Leeds could be in that as well if West Ham can get the results. We've seen stranger things happen in the Premier League. And let us know if you're watching AFCON. Let us know if you're watching AFCON. And we want to hear from you if you're watching AFCON. Because I'm enjoying it so far. Even, bro,
Yeah, me too.
the Bush commentators are giving me life, bro.
Oh, the guy, you see the Guardian commentator?
Man.
We are playing them. We are passing the ball to the pole, and it's going to the net.
It is so terrible. It's good, bro.
It is sensational. That's what they're saying.
It is so terrible. It's good, bro. I love it, bro. I don't
No,
care
but I
what
love
anyone
it.
says. It's so funny,
Bro,
like, bro.
it's lovely. It's real
Oh,
African. It's
bro,
African
listen.
thing.
Listen, we want to hear from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to
Man, I
like,
spy
share.
in English. Oh my God. I love it.
Make sure to like,
Bro,
share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, and at the same time, share. We are here in Double Destroy on social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Want to say thank you very much to my guys, ST and Tooth, as usual. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
I've enjoyed it, man.
Safe,
Thank
bro.
you.
People coming up,
Pleasure.
obviously, 40 chat will be back. Tooth, any UFC? What's using the first card for January? I think it's, what is it, 2 weeks time or something?
Yeah, I forgot it is a big fight actually. I've got to check. Slipped my
Oh,
mind, but yeah,
sorry.
it should.
You know,
Oh, fuck.
I've just remembered Teofimo versus Shakur Stevenson as well.
Is that this month?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
We'll check that, people. Don't worry.
yeah. We've got to look into it.
Yeah, we'll check that, people.
We'll
Because
look into it.
if that's the case,
I
then
just
we'll
remembered.
definitely Fight Talk and Boxing Talk will definitely be back.
Yeah.
We're going to check the cards and that and get that to you. But yeah, if that's happening this month, we're definitely doing something for that. And
For
obviously the
sure.
UFC
For
card we'll
sure.
look into. UFC card we'll look into as well. But yeah, people, listen, stay safe out there, be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.